While steel is more often than not associated with the industrials, the home we are exploring today has pushed past cliches and brilliantly incorporated steel as the bedrock for its modern-day design. Welcome back to another episode of Crazy Nice Homes. Today we're here to explore a 4-bedroom corner terrace that is 4,818 square feet with built-up area 3,000 square feet. If you're ready, let's go!
Hi, Lester.
Hi, how are you?
Nice
hey, thanks for having me here.
Welcome.
Wow, Des, what a unique home.
Thank you. Let me briefly introduce. It's actually a 2-story prefab steel house. So everything is done in glass and steel so that the purpose is to have the reflection from the external to the internal so that it looks very transparent.
How long did it take you to build this?
It actually takes about 2 years and 2 years of planning, 1 year of building up.
You know, looking at the exterior here, this is really one of its kind. I don't think there's any other home like this in Singapore.
This is the one and the only one.
Shall we check out the house?
Yeah, sure.
All right.
Take a look.
Let's go.
Welcome in, Lester.
Hey, thanks, Des. So, first question is, what's the theme and inspiration behind this house?
The client actually loves containers. So he will want to live in a space that actually looks like a container.
Trying to see if I can put up the first container house as a residential project. But that didn't turn out well because of some regulatory guidelines.
But I want to point your attention here, right? So this is a very, very high door. How high is this?
It's 2.8 meter high.
2.8, okay.
Yeah, so this door actually is able to open up. So we actually folded 2 sides.
Can I open it?
Can, sure, go ahead.
And this is like a very grand entrance, right?
It's all customized. Even the parts, the hinges are all customizations.
Okay, so it's custom built, this entire door.
Yeah.
So if your party here is like welcoming all your guests into this entire house.
Correct. Just now you come in from this huge door. There's actually a lot of entrance around the whole house.
Oh, okay. You mean like the glass panels can be opened?
Correct.
All of them?
All of them. So the whole space can be opened up. So at least it looks very transparent and transitional with the external of the nature. Yeah. So this is the whole house. That's how it designed in such a manner. Okay. And because it's a glass, the reflection actually reflects the external of the trees itself. So the whole place, it will actually make it looks very natural. Okay. Together with the plants, it's a transitional between indoors and outdoors.
Okay, so it's like one seamless place together.
Yeah. There's also another interesting point because this house is actually more a very ecological house.
Oh, really? Okay.
So what I mean by ecological, first, allows very good cross ventilation.
Okay.
And second thing, most important thing is the air conditions are all run using thermal.
Thermal?
Yes.
How does it work?
Thermal is actually absorption of the heat. So it actually traps the heat inside the thermal tubes and it actually generates out to become a cool air.
Oh.
So actually the whole system saves the electricity of 70%.
Wow, that's a lot.
Yeah,
70%. Cuts down your cost too.
It cuts down the cost.
After living here for 4 years, this is something that I really like, and I will always tell my friends if they had the opportunity to choose a furniture finishing. Because I'm a bit clumsy, so I tend to spill drinks, I drop utensils onto the surface, I scratch it, and so it comes back to me as you really need to know yourself. You need to know what emotions you have and how those emotions translate into an action. And if you know that, then you can say, hey, with those emotions and you're good with that yourself, what materials is it, then it's a good match.
So you can see that the whole house prefab was actually the idea the client wants. They want a very communicative and communal space. So it's a very important thing that it links to kampong spirit. So the kampong spirit, that means creating borderless. Borderless, that means there's no bedroom space, but it still can open up and it can still close up as a bedroom.
Okay, so everything can be open?
Everything can be open. As you can see that this internal space itself is actually like a bedroom. Okay. So it can still open up and it can still communicate with the external part of the whole house. So you can see the transitional from the nature from outside to the inside and to the wide communal space. This whole prefab steel house is all prefab as mentioned. It all consists of H-beam. This is actually the H-beam column.
Okay.
So the H-beam column is the main structure that actually holds up all the prefab of this whole steel house.
Okay.
The interesting part about this space, you can see there's air wells, there's spotted air wells, where all the windows and all the doors can be opened up.
Okay.
Allows nature to come in. It also allows birds to fly in as well. So.
Okay, wait. So wait, I mean, I can imagine if the bird flies in, you'll be stuck inside here. How do you catch them?
Actually, all the doors from the front to the back to the side, they all can be opened up. So they are able to fly freely actually.
Oh, okay. This is like bird park in a way.
It's just like bird park.
So we talk about prefab, right? Can I tap your knowledge here? Is it a good way to do things?
Okay, prefab actually is a very short construction process. It actually shortens the usual construction process by 6 months, depending on the scale of the project itself. Like this steel house, actually it can actually build up in 6 months' time.
Oh, wow, that's really fast.
So time is about money.
Yep, that's true.
And by this prefab, the customers enjoy the openness of the space.
Yeah, yes, I agree. Really, you can see this part, it's so high.
There's actually an interesting thing about this steel house is the kampong spirit.
Okay.
So what I mean by the kampong spirit, okay, this is actually 2 toilet cubicles.
Okay.
It's open air. So you can see that there's no ceiling roofs directly above the toilet.
That means that when you do your business, everybody can hear.
Yes.
Off throughout the house, right?
Throughout the house, more effectively.
But that's the beauty of the kampong spirit, right?
Correct.
It's like communal. Okay.
Correct. Then there's one right in front is actually the bathing area.
Oh, okay.
So it's a shower area. So whenever anyone that actually visit the cubicles toilets, they will come to a communal bathing.
Oh.
So the word communal bathing says everybody share the same basins.
Okay.
Yeah, where these basins is actually made up of very old format cement and with the ceramic tiles.
But interesting choice to use ceramic tiles for a sink.
Yes.
It's hard to maintain.
Yes, agree. So there's one way to do it is that for the grouting of these ceramic tiles itself, it's actually in cement.
Oh, okay.
So maintenance wise, we actually lessen.
Okay.
And because to bring in the kampong, the communal space itself, even the build up and the selections of the tiles is exactly the same.
Yeah, that's true. It fits the theme, right?
Yeah, it fits the
old
theme.
communal kampong,
Correct.
really old
Correct.
school.
Correct.
Brings you back to the 1960s Singapore.
Correct. Let me show you what's on the second floor.
Okay, so what can we expect upstairs?
Well, upstairs you will see boundaryless areas as well. That means there's actually bedrooms, but it's still a transitional space.
Okay, so this second part of the stairs is a lot brighter than the first half.
Correct. It's because of these pocket skylights on the roof itself. So these pocket skylights bring in lights. It actually brightens up the whole house, and at the same time, it actually allows some interesting light flow effect into the whole space.
Oh.
Because when the sun shifts, it actually casts sunlight and shadows onto this wall.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So there's an interesting momentum at the same time for the clients to see.
And I realized that you also have this pocket skylight all across the
Yes.
house as well.
Correct. So we try to maintain, besides the windows of the glass itself, we try to maintain pocket skylights in the middle part of the house so that to brighten up the whole space. So the whole space won't look dark and it feels very light by nature.
Okay, so I want to ask you here as well, because this is the master bedroom, right? So it's glass outside, right?
Yeah.
You know, what if I'm here walking around naked, then neighbors can see my sexy body?
Okay. Yes. This house actually is a boundaryless, no boundaries, but it can still have boundaries effect. So how we do it, we usually have curtains.
Okay.
So the curtains can actually close up to create individual pocket space. So we can still make it privacy and non-privacy as well for the whole space.
Okay. So what are we looking at here on the upper levels? How many rooms do we have?
I would say there's actually 2 major bedrooms, and one room is actually more like a man cave.
Man cave, okay.
Yeah, or a guest room. It can be added as a guest room as well. So you can see that the curtains is actually drawn in such a manner. So you walk along here, the owner actually created a mini gym.
You know, there's so much space in this house until you have enough space for a home gym.
A lot. It's actually very open up.
Yeah, and really this bridge here reminds me of Gardens by the Bay. You know, the bridge linking the 2 super trees together.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then it's really like it, you can look through as well below.
If you're not afraid of height,
Nice view, there's a very nice view to it.
so this link bridge is actually built to open and close these huge windows.
Oh, I see, okay.
So as I mentioned, this is actually a very kampong feel, so there's not much like modern technology in terms of operating the window system.
I see, like one press button open automatically.
Yeah, but we are not into that, so we
Sure.
actually uses the manual way.
Yeah, like a kampong community feel.
Correct. So it also adds like letting the customers to enjoy looking out on the second floor.
But you know, as I'm standing here, I realized that it's very high. What height are we looking at?
The first level is 4.2, the second level is 3.6.
Wow, that's higher than the normal typical levels, right?
Yes, it's higher.
Yeah, because I'm standing here, it's like really tafang, you know?
Correct.
So grand.
It also allows very good ventilations throughout the whole space.
I see.
And you can see that when you're standing here, you're talking, actually downstairs can hear.
yes.
So it's like you don't need to make a phone call to anyone that's downstairs, so you can just shout it down.
Yeah, that's true.
Whole building itself, as you can see, that is supported by all the H-beams.
Okay.
Yeah, and the H-beams are all galvanized. It's a BCA requirement.
Okay.
So galvanized and sprayed with vermiculite.
Oh, wait, what is vermiculite?
Vermiculite is actually a protective layer for fire rated.
Oh, so the entire house is it painted or is it sprayed? Or?
It's actually coated spray on.
Oh.
Yeah. So as you can see that this vermiculite and the galvanized protected the corrosion and also protected in terms of the fire.
Also, it also helps anti-rust.
It's also help anti-rust.
Oh, and also prevent fire.
Correct.
Okay.
Welcome to the master bedroom.
Oh wow, so much space.
Yep.
You know, I can totally spend the day here with my Thursday and Friday girlfriend Peggy and Sandy.
Okay. So you can see that here, after drawing out the curtains adds as a privacy purpose as well.
Okay.
So you can actually draw off. You can actually create individual by huge bedrooms.
Yeah, and there's a glass door as well, right?
There's a glass door also.
What I wanted to create was in a way where if we spend 40 years in the same house, the people in the house will grow up. So I don't want to have a restriction in case the kids need bigger space or we need room. So the idea of not having a column in the middle of the room was part of the design criteria.
This one is actually a very huge transitioner from the master bedroom to the toilets.
Okay.
And there's another bedroom here behind.
Okay.
So this actually is more like a utility bedrooms that links to the master bedroom. It can be a working stations or it can be a hobby rooms as well. So
Okay. Spare room lah,
the
right?
spare
Spare
rooms
room in the
spare
house.
rooms. Correct.
This is a problem when you have too many rooms in the house.
Yeah, but it's actually fully utilized for the
Okay.
whole space itself. Challenging part about this whole space, you can see the brightness that actually shines down is by this pocket skylight.
Yep.
The challenging part about creating these pocket lights, we also have to consider the cable trace.
Okay.
As you can see that the cable trace shines away from the pocket skylights.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so everything has to be very precisionally laid and done properly.
Okay, so the cable tray doesn't block the light coming in.
It doesn't block the light coming in. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So at the same time, the light actually shines in to the toilet.
Ah.
So you can see that this toilet is not built all the way, actually allows lights to go in. Same, very well ventilated.
So I want to ask, you know, from the outside looking in, it's like a glass house, like a greenhouse, right? So greenhouse traps heat. So how do you keep this place cool? Or is it very hot all the time inside?
There's actually 4 ways to actually keep the whole place cool down. First is actually the cement concrete flooring.
Okay.
The cement concrete flooring actually absorbs the air condition, absorbs the fan. When the fan is on, the aircon is on, it actually absorbs the coolness of it faster
Okay.
than usual. Second is the Kelvin silicate board. The Kelvin silicate board actually spots on the areas where the bedrooms are.
Okay.
So it actually acts like insulation. So it actually further cools down the whole internal space.
I see.
Third is actually the UV film. So the UV film on the glass itself actually blocks off all the heat.
Oh, so all the glass panels have UV film.
All the glass panels have UV film. And fourth, lastly, is actually the turbines. It's always rotating, so it actually draws off all the hot air out.
So is it electricity operated?
It's not.
Oh,
So it's actually, as long as there's very good circulation of the air, the turbines will always rotating.
oh. So wait, cool air sinks, hot air rises.
Correct.
So if it's moving, means hot air is leaving
Hot
the
air
space.
is leaving the space.
Oh.
So actually it flows out of it, of the house. There's a group called NHK, the Japan TV network itself.
Okay.
They came to Singapore because they are very interested in terms of how Singaporeans live in the summer years.
It's practically summer every day.
It's summer every
Singapore.
day.
Okay.
So they actually came and they show some interesting experimentation.
Oh, in
by
this house?
In this house.
Okay.
By opening up all the windows, and they just use a piece of tissue ply and they actually just hold it, and notice that the tissue ply actually flowing. That means there's wind actually passing through.
It's like 通风 lah throughout the whole place.
Correct, correct.
Now you get to see the high ceiling, you get to see the skylight, you see the cross ventilations in terms of the winds, the air wells, as well as the air ventilators. So a lot of those, what you see right now, right, are actually big moving pieces. When I was discussing those ideas with him, and he took that in and he tried to actualize it. So I think kudos to him.
So that's how much does this beautiful home cost?
The build-up and the carpentry itself cost $1 million.
Tranquility, fluidity, and timelessness. The interiors of this home is but a stark contrast to the hard and stiff nature of steel, making this crazy nice home a sweet architectural juxtaposition. If you like this home, do remember to like this video and subscribe to this channel. If you have a comment about this home, do let us know below. If you have a crazy nice home that you'd like to showcase, do contact us below. With that, Des, thank you very much for showing us this
Thank
crazy
you.
nice home
Thanks.
today. We'll see you next time, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye.